with the leadership and the prodding and the provoking and the sacrifice of Martin King and those who walked. Rosa Parks who sat down so that Martin might walk, so that Jesse might run. Right. Lyndon Baines Johnson got his pen with his hands shaking, and those 60 Democrats and signed that 1964 Civil Rights Act. Democrats! That's why we're here. 1965, Martin stepped it up a little bit. Then came the Voting Rights Act of 1965, which puts in my heart that we will never allow a vote to be oppressed again. And in this election, we will put our cold dead body in front of any legislative directive that will keep our people from voting. That's the United States of America. We will not deny one person the right to vote.
That's right.
That's why we're Democrats. As we progress through these days, as our brothers and sisters out in the parameters are raising their voices against the war, God bless them as they petition America to the Constitution of the United States, the right to free expression and free speech and free association. And let us not hold our heads down. Those guys are out there because they believe in the Constitution. Maybe a little inconvenient, and I'm going to pray on the Denver police that they understand that even though they're all dressed up with the federal funding dollars and gave them all of this, and we love this great state, let's cool it. Let's cool it. Let's let folks just stand where they need to stay. Because that's why we're Democrats. And there is no bend in my step as I march toward the victory for Senator Obama and the beautiful First Lady that eloquently told the story, an American story, the tears story, that all of us can adopt. My friends, as I look at you today, let me have you embody it to yourself. The issue, the values, and the message of being a Democrat. That although we may start out on a different mountaintop, although we might have been in a valley somewhere else, although we might have had to cross some rough waters, I tell you, we'll find our way to the mountaintop that Martin Luther King said on 1968, the night before his death, as I served on the Select Committee on Assassinations as a young lawyer. Keep calculating. I started when I was 2 to investigate the assassination of Martin King, which allowed me to look into the COINTELPRO to know that every moment of his life, but he came to that teeming hall, reflective of who he was, and he told us about this mountaintop and this promised land. Well, I want you to know that Martin King didn't start there, because just as an anecdote, as I look at the clock ticking away for on this 3 hours that I'm about to give you, but let me just say,